Hi everyone, it's Kimberly. Welcome back to the Illumin Guru. Thanks to the new subscribers and thanks to those of you who follow loyally. I wanted to post today for you your November forecast. This is an overall collective energy monthly forecast. I'll be back for the new moon and the full moon and in between with updates and messages. So we're going to talk a little bit about what some of the overarching themes are for the month, and then I'm going to dig into some cards. I'm not going to pull a spread this month. I'm actually just going to shuffle and we're going to ask some questions and see what the cards have to say to us to enforce those messages and see what else comes through, okay? If you want my written extended forecast that will probably go out today or tomorrow, you can sign up on the website. It's theilluminedguru.com, and at the bottom there's just a little space where you can enter your email address, hit subscribe, and then you'll start receiving those, okay? And also don't forget that I post a lot of information. I repost the newsletters. I post tips, tools, resources, workshop announcements, links, inspiration all over social media. So if you're not following on social media, try to do that. It's facebook.com/theilluminguru and Instagram @theilluminguru. Okay? All right. So I'm going to start shuffling, and while I do that, I just want to remind you we are on the cusp of November. I can't believe November is here. This is going to be a really pivotal month. And I'm saying it's pivotal because so many in the collective are going to pivot, okay? And we're going to talk, oh, I have goosebumps. We're going to talk a little bit about that in just a moment. But just a reminder for what's happening with my practice and things that maybe you want to get in on, just some reminders. November 1st, I'm closing registration for the soul coaching certification. So if you haven't applied, you still want to apply, you have a few more days to do that. That's under certificate programs on my website. All the information. November 11th, 11/11, we're spending 11/11 together. Come on and join us. We're doing an in-depth workshop, a 3-hour workshop. It's a Sunday afternoon, and we are going to be helping you to channel your muses and define what you need to do this winter in terms of getting your projects, your ideas, your books, your novels, your screenplays, your new business ventures, your mission-based businesses, your heart-based businesses, helping you get those developed and off the ground. So we're going to talk about business-related things. We're going to talk about energy, law of attraction, spiritually related topics, but all pertaining to channeling your muses and bringing these projects and these ideas into life. And we'll talk a bit about why I'm holding it at this time, because this is going to come right into these November messages, okay? Because a lot of the things that we're doing now, we're actually going to be anchoring into reality, into our physical reality come March, okay? So we have a huge opportunity to nurture our projects, to develop, to dream, to visualize, and to create. And then see that come, and then realize that or bring that to life pretty quickly. So the work that you do now is important, okay? And then the second reminder is I have the November special going on all month, and that is for an extended reading. It's a November gateway reading. You can check that all out on the website. Just click on sessions, and it's right there. All right. So let's talk about some of the overarching themes. I'm going to continue to shuffle. I'm going to use several decks here to pull some cards. But before I do that, some of the overarching themes. Well, my email that's going out is called. It's a pivotal month, right? It's a pivotal month. But what they're really showing me is, for many, it's time to pivot. So what does that mean? Well, they're showing me, the guide spirit are showing me the 5 of Cups. So whether or not that comes up to reinforce these messages matters not. But the 5 of Cups is, it's a person that's looking at the cups that have spilled over, the 3 cups that have spilled over, and not seeing the 2 cups upright behind him. And this is where we're being asked to make this shift. And many of us are just naturally going to be making this shift through our awakening, through our progression this month. And it feels like it's almost like an about face. And the reason why is because we're having clarity and we've been able to, through this last full moon, and even now, I think even now, before we get to the new moon in November 7th, the new moon in Scorpio, we will be continuing to release the things that are not working for us, like the attachments, the toxic cycles, the people, the situations. And then we're going to have this clarity to move forward on our path towards what is lighting up for us, towards what is in front of us, towards what we do want to create. And so this is going to be one of those things where by the time we get to the winter solstice, you're going to look back and go, how could I have been holding myself back like that? You're going to think that. You really will. It'll be like hindsight is 2020, and you'll be thinking, how could I have held myself back like that? But you were supposed to, right? Because you needed to learn the lessons. You needed to tie up the karma. You needed to see things really clearly where you've been attached. And for some of you, this isn't just, twin flame stuff. This is way bigger than that. There's situations in your life, familial situations, job situations, whatever it is. So we're definitely seeing that in a month or two, you're going to have quite a bit of hindsight, and there's going to be quite a bit of forward movement over the next few months. Way more than actually what they're showing me is way more than we anticipated for September. And September was a month where like everyone was moving and changing, but we're going to see some additional changes here during this period. And these changes are, for some, will be like behind the scenes, really doing the work, nurturing your projects, aligning with yourself, getting ready to just reemerge come spring. And for others, it's going to be more of little changes. And so there might be another move, or a relationship needs to end, or a karmic relationship, or someone you thought it was your twin isn't your twin, and you need to clear the space to release those attachments. It could be just that you are super attached to your twin who is your twin, but because of that attachment, you're slowing down the process of you reuniting because of this need, this crutch, this codependency, whatever that is. So it seems to me, and what they're showing me, is that we're doing a really good job at releasing a lot of this now. And the reason why is because we're seeing it clearly. When we have Neptune has been in retrograde, since June. And so Neptune's going retrograde, going direct again, I think on November 20th. And when that happens, we go back into seeing things with more of rose-colored glasses, okay? That's Neptune direct is like that. It's going to make things more rosy. It's, we're not going to be in our truth as much. We might be more in illusion or delusion or some diluted form of truth. But when it's in retrograde, we're going to see more of the truth. And I feel like we're being propelled, really pushed during this last phase of it, to retrograde, to really see. And we've been seeing things for a while. We've been seeing things since June that haven't been sitting well with us. So we're like, we've got to make this change. This isn't right. I mean, this could be you in a marriage, a karmic partner. This could be you in your current relationship. This could be you in a job situation. But it seems like we're completely resolved come this month. Like, we know we're not doing that anymore, and we're moving forward in a different direction. So this is exciting because this means the new life is truly blossoming. Now, does it mean we're fully entrenched in the new life? Not necessarily. What I'm seeing is by March, we much more are so. Much more anchoring those 5D timelines into reality. But it means that there's a lot going on where you're making the strides towards. So they're saying like this new moon in Scorpio that we're coming into is very dreamy. It's very sensual. It's going to connect you back into yourself and what you need and your desires and your dreaminess. And that's really good because it's going to help you connect to what you want as you turn away from what you no longer want, what's not working, and you're able to actually release it now once and for all. You'll be able to really focus on what you want, and it's going to come quick, real quick. I mean, some things will happen right away. Some things you're going to work on, and then they'll start to happen in after February, March timeframe. So let's see. Synchronicities. Okay, so synchronicities are going to be off the charts. They already are. It's already starting, but like it's going to be really heightened. So one of the things I said in my monthly forecast is it's almost like we see the signs and synchronicities. I think some of you, it takes a while for you to understand what they mean and to get that pattern, to get the definitions of, okay, what are my guides trying to tell me? And then once you start to learn the lingo and you learn how your guides are working with you and what those signs mean, then it becomes a little more easier to trust. And this becomes a commonplace. You're constantly seeing the signs. You're constantly having the synchronicities, right? Well, let me tell you that it's about to get very blatant. And so the things that we haven't been hearing or listening to, or if we're not sure what direction to go, it's almost like a man is just going to jump in front of us and hold us a sign and say, this way. And it's going to be that blatant. So expect to walk out your door every day and expect to wake up every morning and have these synchronicities occurring because they're happening to guide you onto your highest path for sure. So some of you might say, well, my life isn't that exciting. I don't have, just get ready, because the more you're open to it, the more your awareness is going to be heightened, where you're going to be listening, receiving, trusting, and following, because they're saying, follow that guidance, follow it. That is whatever you're receiving this month. And I mean, I have full goosebumps, full chills. Whatever you're receiving this month is for your highest good. Your guides, your angels, you're going to be shown the way, okay? And this could come through, timing of things, chance meetings. Excuse me. This could come through via, visual signs, things that you hear, conversations, things people say to you. It's going to be very interesting. You might even want to keep a log or a journal. I love to keep signs journals. Helps you sort of reinforce the messages. It helps you validate it, right? When you see it or you see the cadence or the pattern develop, and then you can begin to validate it for yourself so that you really listen and trust what's coming through for you, okay? That's a huge message this month. Trust those messages. Trust the signs. Trust the syncs, okay? And look what just fell out is this card, Higher Power. See, this is a reminder, and I'll say it again, and I've said it before, is that a lot of times you guys say, well, yeah, I'll just let the universe, orchestrate it for me. But remember, it's your soul that's orchestrating it for you. Everything that's happening and what you're supposed to be doing in your highest path, that is your soul's design. Now, as we're here in the 3D plane, it's very difficult sometimes to hear that because we're caught up in our ego and our fears and all of that. So we're not hearing our soul's design, or we're not paying attention to it, or we're not aligned enough to, to hear it, or to follow that guidance. But I'll tell you that this is a 4 card. So this is about like the 4th density that we're transitioning into. And that's like these 5D timelines that are coming in for us. This is really about the universe is going to meet you when you get in touch with your soul's desires and your soul's design and your soul's path. So when you come into alignment, that means releasing all those attachments. You're going to hear it. You're going to be shown it. And then this higher power is going to orchestrate it all for you. That's why manifestation is so rapid right now. Okay? The universe is rising up to meet you. It's not orchestrating it. It's supporting you. It's always there supporting you. Okay? So trust. It's a magical universe we live in a magical world, and you are magical. Okay? You are magic. All right, so let's pull some cards. I'm going to use a whole bunch of decks here. Okay. I'm going to do a little more shuffling. Let's see what else I can tell you about overarching themes. Synchronicity signs. We talked about hindsight, pivoting, twin flames and separation. Twin flames and separation. Some of you recently had a twin come back into the picture. Okay, I know this because the guides have been showing me some of these twins showing up. They're showing up prematurely. for many, not for all, because some of you have sort of reunited and you're doing the work together, but some have shown up prematurely. It's like coming back in, like guns blazing. I'm ready to go. Let's go. I want you to be mine. And you're like, wait, I've done all this work. I'm doing all this work on myself. Like, you don't feel ready to me. And there's a reason why this person doesn't feel ready to you. So observe it, listen to that, observe it, and keep following your path. Don't change your trajectory. Like, if you have a new love in front of you, maybe that started to develop. Maybe you're just feeling good, like having your own time and your own, keep doing that. Allow the space, hold the space for your twin flame, but allow them to grow and keep evolving. Like, you'll know if it's time yet or not. You'll feel it instinctually. And this is such a common theme that's coming up right now. That's for many. And it's very important that you give it time, it's like they're just showing me with Thanksgiving coming, they're showing me the turkey in the oven. And it's like you can't not pull that turkey out early and just be like, okay, it's done. Yep, let's eat. Come on, everyone, let's eat. And then you bring it to the table and you start carving in and the turkey is raw, right? It's the same premise. It's like, well, it looks done from the outside. It sounds good. Whatever he or she's telling me sounds good. But the truth is, you kind of know it's not time yet. That timer hasn't gone off, right? It's not fully cooked. It's not fully ready. You're not fully harmonized. And so this is another aspect in which we're being called to do the about face, or to just keep going on the cups that are up right in front of us. Keep going towards that. Because for twin flames who are meant to be together in this lifetime, or you've contracted that, and this is, your intent, and this is what you're going to be serving your missions together, it will all fall into line. The twin will come back in the right time, in the right space. For some of you, these are another level of check-ins to see kind of where you're at and to measure the growth. And but don't wobble. Don't allow yourself to get sidetracked or thrown off, and observe things. Don't be harsh, but allow yourself to put yourself first in the situation too, and say, wait, I've cultivated this new path. I'm not going to go back and do that just yet, or I don't want to do that. That doesn't feel right to me just yet. That doesn't feel like that person's ready. I need to give them more space or time. They may not understand that, okay? And it's not for them to understand, because you honoring yourself is a gift to them. And you can ask for the outcome that is for the highest good of all involved. And that will protect both parties, both you and them. It'll serve up the best case scenario for the both of you. And it'll keep the door open for the future as well, okay? Others of you, like I said, are recognizing you're not with the real twin. Maybe you've been playing out some sort of a karmic catalyst situation that has really mirrored like a twin flame. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you arrived here. You got on this path. You're here. You're doing the work. You're learning your lessons. And these catalysts are way important, because they're actually setting you up to meet your divine partners. And so these divine partners are coming in. They're coming in as soon as winter solstice and beyond. So for many, you might look back and go, well, that's not how I thought it was going to go, or that's not what I thought this was all for. But the truth is you're not supposed to know what it's all for at the beginning. You're supposed to just navigate the journey and allow it to unfold for you. And that's where I think we get so tripped up, right? All right, so let's ask, with all of those themes in mind, let's ask in the tarot deck. Let's ask for some guidance on how we best do this about face, right? How we honor ourselves to stay on our path, okay? And what they're saying and what messages get reinforced here, okay? Let's see. Okay, so they're saying Queen of Cups. So this to me is like, again, this is establishment. This is getting yourself established. This is where you are And I love that the water's here because I feel like this is running right into that watery energy that we're going into with the new moon. But this is truly about your own establishment and fulfillment and working on that on your own from within you. And see how there's this, there's a baby here, right, holding a fish. And this is like sort of how the land is, you know, meeting the water, okay? And it's like kind of like how your emotions, you're really becoming more of the master of your emotions, right? Where you're grounded, yet you've got more control over your environment in terms of not letting the emotions sway your decisions as much as you used to, allowing yourself to be grounded and rooted in your own knowing and your own value system. And knowing that what's important, which is like nurturing your own projects and your own worth, right? So that's really important. Okay, and then we also have the Knight of Cups. And this feels like that twin flame coming in a little prematurely, okay? So again, don't push them away if they come back or if they're making strides towards you, but just understand you may need to give it more time before it's ripe, before it's ready. It's very important that you do the establishment of yourself, because you see, it's almost like, this does feel masculine to me, and I said I'm not going to separate these energies because they're all sort of the same, but this does feel like, you know, it does feel like the masculine who's like coming in towards the feminine, but she's really focused on herself. And there's a piece of the masculine, the feminine side of the masculine, those of you who identify with the masculine, that is needing to be more self-focused, right? And let's see what else they have to say about this. Okay, so they're saying focus. This is like focus on the work ahead. Focus on what you need to do. And this is an 8 card, but I'm going to tell you this in like the next 8 weeks because they keep showing me for the next few months. We're really needing to be focused on, you know, what we're doing, what we want to manifest, what our goals and desires are, and just chip away at it. See how he's chipping away? Okay, this is what's going to bring us abundance. It's going to bring us the ability to manifest it in 2019. But stay focused, okay? Let's ask the fairy deck about, oops. Let's see what just flew out is Friar. And this is a 23 card, okay? And he's got the holly around him, all right? And that's showing me like Christmas time, right? Or the holidays. And this card is about abundance, peace, and contentment. And that's what they're saying. Like, this is contentment from within. This is This is about staying focused on you. What did I say? The abundance is coming. This is about feeling at peace with yourself no matter who comes in, right? And so for some of you, this might even be, you know, a new divine partner coming in. But they're saying is you're going to be ready to stay firmly planted within yourself. And this is going to be a new way of being for many of you. Many of you would have previously just been like, gone over and given all of your energy to the twin who comes back in or the new lover or whatever that is. But now they're saying is like you've got a much healthier sense of self, of your priorities, okay? And that's really, really important. That's going to help you stay centered, grounded, self-assured, on your sure footing. Way, way, way important, okay? So that just flew out of the fairy deck. Let's see what else the fairies have to say about, let's say, the timing of things, right? Since they just showed us Christmas, right, with the holly for abundance, peace, and contentment. Let's see how's everything going to work out. Okay. So they're saying, come the fall, you see these fall leaves? This is right now in the northern hemisphere. Prophecy, guidance, and direction is vulva. So this is about us knowing, oh, goosebumps. Can you guys see? You see my hair standing up? Okay, goosebumps. This is about this right now, this work we're doing between Halloween and Thanksgiving is just the acknowledgement of our direction. See how that says direction? And the guidance that we're seeing in the signs and synchronicities. This is prophecy. This could be through our dreams, right? This could be through the actual guidance we're receiving from our guides, the signs, synchronicities. We're getting them now. They're showing us the way to go. So by the time we get to the winter solstice or holiday time, we're already in a very content place. We already know. We know what we're doing. We're not trying to get anywhere. We're just doing it. We're just focusing. We're just harvesting it. We're just making it happen. We're just working on it. And that's amazing. Okay? And let's pull another fairy card around this. So here is the bliss card. So they're saying bliss. And this is about the contentment, the satisfaction, the security. And I really do feel like come spring, when the roses are up, when the flowers are up, this is when we're having that bliss. Everything's coming to light, the whole new life, the abundance, the contentment, this feeling of, wow, it all fell into place. This is so beautiful. It's a place where you're not searching anymore. You're not confused anymore. That confusion is going away. It's much more like, wow, I can just be in the moment, enjoy where I'm at. And this is security within yourself. This is definitely like, for those of you who've struggled a little bit with self-reliance, this is come spring, you're finding that within yourself. The work that you're doing over the winter months to set up your mission and to get grounded within yourself and to chip away at what you want to be doing means you're crystallizing that in reality. And then you're able to just enjoy that and feel content and secure. And your security is from within. And so this, for many of you, might be the first time that's ever fully been, where there's been some layer or some level of codependency that's been in your life, where you've relied on others for security, be it just safety security, or if it's financial security, whatever that is. Come spring, we're doing really well. Many people are doing very well on their mission and in their lives and creating what they want. Okay, especially you guys, especially you light workers, you empaths on this ascension journey, okay? And so the bottom of this deck is Salu, which is about your vitality, like your life force energy. See, and this is going to bring a lot of renewed energy to many of you. In fact, this life force energy is coming in now. Like this is like as soon as you let go of the things that have been weighing you down, you're going to feel really good. You're going to notice that your animals, your pets, your dogs, your cats, they're energized too because they're feeding off of your energy. Now, how have the past few weeks been? They've been heavy. There's been a lot going on. Lots of shifts, lots of collective shifts. If you're tired right now, I'm getting the sense of it's more of a sleepy tired than it's a physical tired. But some of you might be physically fatigued. Whatever it is, give into your body when you need to. And they're showing me releasing the attachments is how you're going to renew that life force energy. And it won't be for long that you're going to feel completely revitalized. Okay? All right, let's ask your guides deck for advice for this period. What do we need to know? Okay, so here's deprivation. Just popped out. I didn't even have to split the deck. So this is your prosperity guide. So this is about, in order to create this abundance, so we have abundance and security and contentment and this sort of focus with the, with the coins, the pentacles coming, along with it, creating what you want, this belief that you can create it. So what they're showing me is that while you're working on things, this is very important to try to transform your relationship with money, in terms of your lack thinking, any fears that you've had around money or abundance in general, and start to loosen your wallets a little bit. This doesn't mean go crazy or be irresponsible. It just means start to practice the exchange of money. Money is an exchange. Some people say money is power, but money is energy. And so start to practice this. Be your own little magicians, right? And remove the blocks, because usually when we can get in touch with what those fears are, what those fear blocks are around money, whether it was programming from our family or, around lack or scarcity thinking or not feeling good enough to spoil ourselves or to be in alignment with that worth. All of these ways we may be depriving ourselves, and we also may be depriving ourselves of the opportunity to manifest everything that we're desiring. And so in working on these things and nurturing these things, very important that you remove these blocks. Beliefs under the surface that trip people up are like, I am not worthy of this. I don't feel entitled to it, or that could never happen to me, or how could that be? Or, maybe there's some deeply implanted guilt from your program and from your familial upbringing around, don't spend too much on that, or don't, use little, lack or scarcity thinking. And they're saying this is your time to transform that. It's very important that you focus on that now, because you have such a tremendous opportunity to manifest. You don't want to limit yourself. So wherever you are limiting yourself, that's going to be really important to hone in on right now. We'll talk about some of that in the Channeling Your Muses workshop. We're definitely going to talk about the financial aspects of how you anchor in your visions and create the abundance and clear out the blocks. Okay. So let's split the deck now and see what the guides have to say for us for general guidance during this time. Again, we're getting life force energy, Aphrodite. This is saying you're coming alive again when you connect back into your heart-centered mission, to your heart-centered businesses, to your heart, to what's in your heart. What do you truly want? Right? Not where you've been denying yourself, not where you've been telling yourself lies, but what do you truly want? And they're also saying that, you see how there's this feminine image and she's got the heart in her solar plexus, okay? That's really interesting because having your heart in your solar plexus is also connected to, the confidence, right? And your self-assuredness and the trusting your gut, the intuition, right? They're saying your heart and your gut are very connected, right? So keeping your heart open to what is in store for you, what's trying to come through for you, and also what you truly desire is very important. And this is Aphrodite that's ruling over this, right? And again, this is like I was saying with Salu, bottom of the fairy deck, it's life force energy. That's it, revitalization of that energy. But now we're getting more clarity, and they're saying it's because you're going more into your heart. You're opening your heart. You're listening to your heart. You're following your passions. These flames are your passions, okay? And it's also, they were telling me this a minute ago. I'm trying to get it back so I can say it the right way. It's also this bigger. See how this bigger heart is out here? They're saying that this is also the love of the universe sort of enveloping you. And you like feeling that for the first time once you come into alignment or really feeling it. And that's going to ignite you. So this is also collective energies, how they're impacting you. You have to understand how important it is so you think like, okay, I like some of you say like, yeah, I feel good. I have these days where I'm like totally on my mission. I'm totally in alignment. And I have these other days where I'm just like, I'm not inspired to do anything, or I don't have the energy, or it's not time, or, I'm going to go back to that attachment or that thing that's, blocking my way. So imagine if all at once, a whole bunch of us, like hundreds and thousands of us on this journey, started to just go all the way into our hearts and into our heart-centered businesses and missions, and also following our hearts and following what we truly desire, allowing that to be shown to us as well as creating it. Think about how that would shift the collective energies. A lot of these ebbs and flows that you feel are not just cosmic energies. They're the ebbs and flows of everyone around you. So I do feel like there's, what they're showing me is that there's a wave of twins, or like a layer of twins who are navigating the Ascension journey, who are going to kind of blanket the collective by going into their heart space all the way. And that's going to uplift the others. That's pretty amazing. Okay, so let's see what else the guides say. Rest. So this is the message from the Holy Spirit, and they're saying it's rest, time to rest. So again, this is just talking about these ebbs and flows, this energy of, part of what they're showing me is like stay focused, but it's not time to like will things forward. This is a time to like harness your true manifestation energy. And that's not going to take, you're going to chip away at it, but it's not going to take, does this guy look like he's exerting a lot of energy? No, it's not going to take a lot of energy and effort to manifest. It's just going to take steady focus, belief, removing the limitations, knowing that it's possible, right? And so resting into that new way of being is going to be really important as well, okay? And here we have community, which is spiritual ancestors. And this feels like your ancestors truly coming in to support you. Like I have been getting, for me in particular, that my lineage or my angels are, not just my spirit guides, are sending me the signs and synchronicities to help me connect with the direction and the path and the community. And so some of this is at the spiritual level. Your spiritual ancestors are assisting you, nudging you. And also in the 3D plane, you are meeting your soul family. You are meeting, there's so many opportunities now and coming up. Like I've been saying, if you have an opportunity to travel or to take a workshop or go to a retreat, or you're going to really meet people that are your soul family, like big time, more than, because as ready as you are, that's how ready they are too. You see what's happening? There's this whole, we're all shifting at once. So it's really cool. So if you have an inkling to do something where it's going to bring you into the community or take you to a new group of people or put you in a place where you're going to be meeting new people, please do it. Please think about it. Don't deprive yourself, okay? Like, allow the support to come through, because the universe wants to support you meeting your soul group, your soul family. Okay, so just remember that. And the bottom of this deck is restriction, which is joy guide. So they're saying, like, where we restrict ourselves is in our minds. It's telling ourselves we can't do it. It's the limited thinking. And this is saying, remember, you're here to feel joy. It's that joy that you feel through connecting into your heart space that's going to renew your life force energy, okay? And probably the rest that's needed is because we've worn ourselves out from too much thinking, right? So it's time to let those patterns go. Okay, so we already saw the higher power flew out from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So let's pull a few cards from this deck, and let's just, let's ask specifically about twin flames, okay? Twin flames and divine partners. What we need to know. Look, another card just, look what just popped out. 8. Infinity. And the tribe. So this is saying, this is just a reinforcement of this message. You're meeting, I mean, I have to tell you, and I've already seen this for many of my clients, and it's kind of weird because I find myself saying it like again and again, but a client will say, oh, I'm planning it like a trip or a retreat. And then like the guides start showing me, okay, they're going to meet their divine partner. Oh, they're going to meet their divine. And then I've thought to myself, this must be a really common theme. Like, why am I seeing this again and again? But it's like, you're not only meeting soul friends and soul family, but you're meeting your partners in a lot of these gatherings, like your divine partners, or you're reuniting with your real twin flames in these circles, in this community. They're definitely showing me where you've got to a certain level in your own consciousness, you're lining up with someone of the same consciousness. And wherever your twin, whoever you're perceiving as your twin is at, if they're not of the same consciousness, it's not time to come together right now. This is interesting because they're also saying it's the tribe. And those twins that are ready to reunite, you'll be of the same consciousness. You'll be ready to be in this realm together, going to these things together, be doing these things together. Okay. I really think that that's so interesting that just flew out. And then they're also telling us observer. And remember I said, like, if you have a twin coming back in, or you're not sure about something or someone, observe. Just observe it. Let it unfold. It'll show you. You'll be shown. You've got to give some time to observe. And this is interesting too, because this looks like our new moon. So it looks like we're really needing to, not make any crazy decisions prior to the new moon. We're observing right through the new moon. And clarity is coming. Like I've been saying, your clarity, you already have the clarity, most of you. It's just a matter of listening and following the guidance. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So this is our yang energy. So this is a reminder that come January, right? The one, which feels like come the new life. Could be January, could be March for some of you, but come the new life, you'll be ready to take action towards things. This time between November and February, November and January, this time is a time of planning. It's a time of working, staying focused, manifesting, harvesting, not harvesting the seeds of your creation, but really harnessing your creation energy. Because before long, you're going to be totally in your new life, totally in this new consciousness, and you're going to be needing to take action. That means put your projects out to market, put your stuff out there. And this feels like you already have all the tools. This is your masculine energy and healthy balance, right? And this might be your masculine energy and healthy balance for the first time too, okay, for many of you. And that's huge. And please recognize that. Recognize what your masculine energy used to be and what it is now, whether you're a man or a woman or a male or a female, or you identify with the masculine or feminine. Recognize how you're using your masculine energy different. It doesn't threaten anymore. It doesn't push. It doesn't force, right? It's coming as a product of your divine inspiration. You're able to just manifest things effortlessly and take the action through inspired action. That's how we're shifting right now. And we're going to see this, or you're going to see it, recognize it a lot within yourself in the new year. Okay? So that's really important. And then the last card from this deck is the Thinker, which I feel like is, and it kind of goes hand in hand with this too, which they're saying is like, you don't need to overthink. You don't need to overanalyze, right? This is where we're going to restrict ourselves when we think too much. This is talking about inspired action. You'll know when it's time. It will just feel right, and then you'll be able to take the action. And this is really like where our thinking minds have limited us from, abundance, right? It's the deprivation. It's the attachments. It's the, restricting our own joy and life force energy, right? This is someone who's, all sort of balled up. She's sedentary, she's inward and just thinking and contemplative. And I feel like this energy is talking about us, breaking out, coming out. And this is very feminine life force energy. And they're saying like these two flames, they're working together in harmony now. Okay? They're working together. And this Aphrodite card is a 45, which is a 9. And this is 1, which is like 10 or 1, right? So This is like how we are completing this cycle of balancing our pink and blue, masculine, feminine energies. This is inspired action. Okay? This is renewed life force energy. This is creativity. This is listening to our heart. So this is our challenge, is to come out of our thinking mind. Okay? To really notice those patterns where we do this, where we go into thinking loops. Limited thinking is present. We limit ourselves. We analyze. We stay stuck on. They're saying if it's not working, just release. Breathe through it and release. Don't dwell. Don't beat yourself up. Time to move forward. And this is also like this fairy right here. All she has to do is just pivot around, and then she can take a step up and then reach for the stars. But instead, she's looking down towards the ground because she's overthinking, right? So remember what I said about pivoting. The next step is right in front of you. Okay? All you have to do is turn around. And then the bottom of this deck is tick-tock in reverse. So that's the clock. And it's funny that I even wore a watch, because I don't usually wear a watch when I make these videos. So I knew I was wearing it for a reason. And this is why. So this is really a reminder of where you're trying to figure out the how, trying to figure out the when, thinking too much about that. When's the twin going to come back? It's the attachment, it's the thinking, it's the, 3D time is shifting. This is all about to change. This is changing. So your linear timelines aren't even going to make sense anymore. So stop trying to make sense of them and trying to figure it out. Allow things to unfold for you. Take the next step. Take the next step. Stay focused on what you're doing. Then it will illuminate for you, and you will be shown the timing. It'll light up for you. Things will start happening quicker and easier and effortlessly. Okay? All right, and let's go into the Ascension deck. And just first, one overall message for our Ascension at this time, right? The 3D timelines dissolving, anchoring in the fourth density consciousness, what it means to be a twin flame right now in the collective. Let's pull a message for that. Okay, so this has been coming up over and over and over, and I swear these cards are shuffled good. It's Archangel retreats. So definitely the archangels have appeared to me more recently. It's become a new practice of mine, something that I'm working with. I feel like in your consciousness, I think the archangels are working with many of you who have elevated to a certain level. You can hear this now, okay? You can hear their guidance. This could be through automatic writing, through dreams, through just feeling their energy or presence around you. And this feels like ascended masters and archangels. But so this is a reminder. It says one of the most effective ways to accelerate your ascension is to visit archangel retreats during your sleep. It helps to know where the retreat is, but it's not essential. You might be going, what the hell is an archangel retreat? Okay, so it says during the day, think and talk about the archangel whom you wish to visit. Is it Archangel Gabriel or Metatron? So think about that. Who's calling to you? Whose name have you been seeing? Is it Archangel Michael? Who do you feel around you? Who's coming up in your cards, right? And this could be a very subtle, like you may not have even really noticed it, but it's around you subtly. So it's saying during the day, think and talk about the archangel whom you wish to visit. Breathe in his energy to prepare you for your journey. When you are ready, ask to be taken to his retreat. Your archangel will unfold you and help you with whatever you most need. Your guidance is to receive for yourself and ask for the light to help you serve the world. Okay, so it says, I visit Archangel blank in my sleep tonight. So this is pretty huge. Some of you who haven't been tapped into this are going to be more and more tapped into this soon, okay? And some of you where if it's been subtly around you, maybe it's something you want to explore. Some of you might already work with the archangel, so they're saying, okay, those of you who do, now more deliberately go in and visit these retreats because there's guidance for you there, okay? Doesn't have to only be in sleep. You can ask the archangels to come in, like I said, through your waking time, through automatic writing. You can call in their energy. You have to be in a very elevated place yourself to really access this energy. So if you're in a lower vibration, probably not going to be able to connect as well. Okay? So make sure you clear your energy and elevate your energy. And with that said, let's see what the Ascended Masters have to say for us about the November energy and our ascension at this time, on Earth at this time. And we'll just pull one card from here as well. Okay, so it's Parvati, and this is positive change, and they're saying it's all positive. Even the things that are ending are giving way to such positive change, so much positive light. Everything that's shifting right now is for the better. Anything that's unearthing is for the better. Anything that's ending is for the better. Anything that's not fully realized, it's like you're working on it and you're going to create this positive change, and you're going to be able to realize it, bring it into life. This also does feel related to your abundance, your ability to manifest, the Wheel of Fortune, and it feels connected to that. It feels connected to positive change on the front of your own self-reliance. It feels connected to seeing clearly, looking towards a bright future, like really looking forward to what's to come. Yeah, interesting. All right. So in the bottom of the Ascended Masters deck is Mary Magdalene, and I talked about Mother Mary before, but Mary Magdalene is saying, Mary Magdalene was a high initiate in the order of the Essenes and the spiritual partner of Jesus. She is now master of the sixth ray, raising dogma into spirituality. Mary Magdalene's Ascension retreat is in Marseille. She radiates a glowing buttercup yellow light to all who attune to her. Her light was hidden from us for centuries as she was misjudged about her role in Jesus' life. If you have felt wronged or misunderstood, Mary Magdalene offers you the courage to maintain your integrity. This card is an invitation to attune to Mary Magdalene to receive her blessing. The affirmation is, I maintain my truth and see the spirituality in all things. So this is a great reminder of, if there's anywhere in your life right now where you are feeling wronged or you've been victimized, because some of that energy has been coming up through these dense energies. They're saying stepping in alignment with your integrity is really going to help you navigate. It's really going to help you feel understood from within and be able to carry on and move forward positively, in that you can lean on Mary Magdalene's assistance to help you connect with that integrity, to help you release these feelings of victimization or feeling like you've been done wrong. And this could be, with twins, this could be, energy that you're harboring with your twin that you need to release before you would be able to step into union. This could be in any area of your life. These are energetic blocks that hold you back when you have that anger, that fear, that resentment towards someone or something. That becomes an energetic block within you. So this is a reminder to release that so that you can move forward at this time and to use and to call in Mary Magdalene's assistance to help you. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there. Oh, the bottom of the Ascended Masters deck is yoga. And so Babaji, and this is, I think it's just reminding us to center ourselves, to get centered, yoga is a great way to find yourself, especially through breath, which brings you presence and your connection to your solar plexus, your center, and meditation, right? Because those things are not just, things that look or sound spiritual. I know a lot of times, you might think, well, yoga, isn't that so trendy? Isn't that what spiritual people do, or what spiritual people look like? But they're saying if it's not the yoga, that it could be just doing breathing work, doing breath work, doing, guided meditations, or just laying down and just meditating. Anything that helps you find your center is going to assist you during this time. Okay, so I'll leave it there, and I hope this has been helpful for you. This is a longer video, a longer forecast. So namaste to everybody. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye.